want to talk about why couples counseling is contraindicated or considered not helpful or safe when you're dealing with the presence of pornography use, of in real life infidelity or emotional affairs, or other types of abuse. Number one, that is an individual issue. It is a deficit of integrity, a deficit of character. That is not a marital issue. It cannot be fixed by better communication. You cannot address it as a couple's problem and get to the root of what is going on. It must be addressed separately with trauma response therapy for the person who has been betrayed and with rehabilitation, compulsive entitled sexuality recovery, entitlement recovery for the person who is causing the harm. Number two, couples counseling nearly always focuses on how to facilitate reconciliation and mutual understanding. When you have abuse present, the focus cannot be on reconciliation or rehabilitating the relationship. The relationship is a third party to the two individuals that need support, guidance, and help. And yes, both partners need support, guidance, and help. One from the harm that they have experienced by the other, and the other to addressing their integrity and character deficits that have caused them to feel entitled to perpetrate harm. So there is not mutual understanding and there is not reconciliation that needs to happen. Definitely not in early stages, and definitely not unless there has been lasting, long-term recovery on the part of the perpetrator, but also healing on the part of the betrayed partner. Number three, couples counselors, and this includes pastoral counselors, biblical counselors, Christian counselors, and often licensed therapeutic counselors, tend to put the most focus on the partner who is most actively engaged, most willing to do the work. And a lion's share of the time, that is the victim. So the victim gets the emphasis placed upon them of what they need to do, their homework, their activities, and they end up carrying, again, just like they have in the rest of the relationship, the reconciliation load, because that tends to be the focus when you're doing joint therapy. Number four, couples counseling typically approaches the relationship from a philosophy of both people need to come together, both people need to compromise, both people need to be equal partners in working to make this work. Now, if you have an otherwise healthy relationship and you have a couple who just wants to fine-tune their teamwork, that's fantastic. But if there is abuse present, if there is compulsive entitled sexuality, or if there's pornography use or other aspects of infidelity, unfaithfulness, betrayal of vows, through abuse, anything in that level, it is a destructive relationship because one partner has a deficit of integrity, faithfulness, reliability, truthfulness, and honesty. Number five, when you are dealing with an entitled, abusive, addicted partner, anything that is revealed in joint therapy or couple sessions is absolutely going to get weaponized against the betrayed partner later, which means you will never be able to get the full truth from either one of them. Everything you say as a counselor or a therapist is going to be heard by the harming partner as in support of them. Anything that the harmed or betrayed partner shares is going to get twisted back on them for punishment. Anything the therapist says is going to get twisted by the harming partner against the victim later. So if you have people telling you, oh, you found out that your partner is doing XYZ, you found porn, you found sexting, you found out there's an inappropriate relationship with someone they know at work, whether it's verbal abuse or psychological terrorism or physical assault, sexual coercion, whatever you're dealing with, very often, especially in Christian circles, the first response from people around you is you need to go to counseling together. Talk to your pastor, get counseling together. Don't. You can only control yourself. Enroll yourself in therapy with a qualified trauma specialist, whether it's a therapist, counselor, or a coach. Test them out and leave it to your partner as to whether or not they will also do the work. You cannot manage them into faithfulness. You cannot control them into good behavior. You cannot love them into loyalty. You can only manage yourself. If this is what you've been experiencing, you deserve healing. You deserve someone telling you the truth and helping you get clarity. But please don't put yourself in a situation where you can be harmed further under the guise of seeking help.